What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Jodie Turner-Smith, remember Pacey from Dawson's Creek? Remember how Lupita Longo was on vacation with him, loved up? Remember how it seemed like their relationship overlapped? Remember when it seemed like that was his type? Remember when I was like, yo, I know a Dusty when I see one? Listen, he has fulfilled his promise. Nigh his legacy, what he was born on. Do you know that Jodie Turner-Smith is out here saying that he is a deadbeat dad to their daughter? Y'all, you got to get into this because this is actually truly, truly sad. And what does Lupita have to say? Or is she taking the Khloe Kardashian? Now, listen, we are big fans of Lupita, right? Everybody loves Lupita, pretty like Lupita when the camera zooms in. But at the end of the day, are we as women and men, are we going to start calling out not just the deadbeats, but the people that offer them safe harbor, the people that do pap strolls with these deadbeats? First of all, let's get into who this scumbag is. Now, let me just put you guys onto some old school gossip. So, he used to have a girlfriend, of course, long-term girlfriend named Diane Kruger, right? And remember the guy that stars in The Walking Dead, Norman Reed or whatever? Diane Kruger was dating Pacey for a while. And I think because he looks for like Pacey or whatever his name was from Dawson's Creek, we don't consider him dirtbag number one. But I remember out the blue, she cheated on him seemingly and left him for Norman. And then she had a baby with Norman. And a lot of people were like, oh my God, how could she do that? He was such a good guy. And I sat there, my divine feminine, and I said, listen, I know there are evil women, just like there are evil men. But I know, and Diane Kruger does not seem to be a sociopath. Women don't leave good men. If someone is handling the business, if someone is making you feel loved, if someone is truly honoring and respecting you, the chances that a woman will leave a good man, whether he is rich or broke, let it be said they weren't broke, is very, very, it's a very tiny percentage. But I said, you know what? Maybe she's that 0.0001%. Maybe it was something wrong with her. Although she's been with the guy from The Walking Dead, Norman Reed, for quite some time, and they have a very happy, lovey, committed. And I said, usually when someone's a cheater like that, they are pathological and they leave a wake of destruction. But I said, you know what? Maybe, and I bought into this whole Pacey is a good guy because he reminds us as Dawson Creek. Well, guess what? Joshua Jackson's ex, Jodie Turner-Smith's emotional declaration accusing him of causing chaos. They said Joshua Jackson's estranged wife, Jodie Turner-Smith, filed a bombshell court declaration as part of her plea for $37,000 a month in support. That's right, you better get it how you live it. Cut the digits. That's right, make him pay. They obtained the declaration submitted by Jodie on December 12th in an ongoing bitter divorce war. Jodie said she believed that Joshua, he's 46 years old. Oh, he looks really good for his age. He still looks like Pacey. That believed that Joshua pulled in around 195,000 a month and said he earned about 2.3 million per year. In the filing, she said her average monthly income is only 87,500. She listed $5,000 in the bank and another $366,000 in stocks and bonds or property that could easily be sold. She said she spent over $400,000 on legal fees in the divorce. She asked the court to award her a one-time lump sum of $250,000 from Joshua to cover the fees she racked up. In her filing, she explained that during their marriage, she spent a significant amount of time as the primary caretaker of their 4-year-old daughter, Junie. Now, before y'all say, oh, we are very pro child support. Whoever is the parent that has the child should be getting child support, significant child support from that parent. On top of that, I do want to say this. I remember when she got pregnant with that little girl, he was cheating on her while she was pregnant. He's always been a scumbag. He's always, in my opinion, done her wrong. But now, The mask has been ripped off. Lapita, the ball's in your court. Is she still seeing him, or does she see that he's a dirtbag and she ran too? She said that Joshua continued to advance his career during this time. Mind you, Jodie Turner-Smith was an it girl while she was married to him, while she had the baby. While she is still the bigger get than Pacey will ever be. Pacey, I believe, is living off of Joshua. What is it? What's that show? He's living off of the Dawson Creek royalties. So he made, well, not made, but he made it difficult for her to pursue her career because he demanded that she rely on him. I guess dusty stuff happened whether you got a job at Walmart. No shame if you're working at Walmart, or whether you making 200,000 a month. Jody said that Josh historically made more money than me and at times significantly more. She accused Josh of not paying her any child or spousal support since she filed for divorce in October 2023. This man has not paid a dime in any cost in raising his children for over a year and a half. She said, since Josh and I separated, I have tried my best to keep the situation amicable. That was your first problem. We saw from, who was it that just got divorced? Tiana Taylor. We saw from a lot of women. When you give a Dusty an inch, they will take a mile. Dusty knows no race, creed, color, or religion, but when you give them an inch, they will take a mile. You cannot give these Dusties an inch to breathe. You need to be on them. Do you know who literally should write a book about how to deal with a Dusty? Jenny Mai. Don't get me wrong, that Dusty called her flat footed. And that Dusty went on the smear campaign. And that Dusty is still fighting her. But she knows how to handle him. She don't give him an inch. And every time he start with his BS, it's to the courts. And I support that message. Anyway, right? Um, she said, since Josh and I separated, I've tried my best to keep the situation amicable and resolve the pending financial matter to take as much pressure off our daughter in the interim. However, Josh has paid me $0 in guideline support. I've done everything I can to meet Josh halfway on every issue to no avail. All I have asked for since the inception of this matter is to be allowed to maintain a strong relationship between Juno and me while managing a full-time work schedule to support our daughter and myself. Josh has run up my attorney's fees and forensic accounting costs and has made this dissolution far more difficult than necessary. He was always a Dusty. At this point, it is clear that Josh is unwilling to negotiate reasonable temporary spousal and child support payments to me. And I'm left with no choice but to seek this court's intervention and file this instant motion. She said during the marriage they lived the high life. She said Josh accustomed her to the life that he lived, which included extensive travel to over 30 countries. Baby, I'm not mad. Jody, you better get what you can. Jody said that Josh asked her to leave their marital home, and oh my God, he cheated on her with Lapita and told her to get out of their marital home. Yo, again, I don't care what anybody says. We should know that Dusty knows no race, color, creed, or religion. And he's moved on to the next woman. I will say this, Lapita was crying because she said she dated a cheater. And I'm not making fun of her for that because that is one of the most heartbreaking things that can happen to anyone. But how are you crying for dating a cheater when you are literally not only with a cheater, but a liar and a deadbeat, according to these court documents? According to these court documents. Um, she goes on to say she wants to buy a home in Los Angeles. She said Josh has made this increasingly difficult by dragging out resolution of our divorce and by unnecessarily driving up attorney fees, making it nearly impossible for me to support Juno and myself independently. He promised to always support me and assured me that I would not have to worry about financial security for our daughter if we ever separated because he understood how difficult life can be as a Black woman and a single mother. We're going to skip over that, Jody, because girl, I'm with you, but what type of conversations were y'all having about black womanhood? And he said, he sounds like one of those dudes that's just like, I'm a feminist. I understand. It's just like, okay, girl, how do you even understand? Anyway, he's now reneging on that promise and using litigation tactics and delay mm, to pressure me into agreeing to a settlement that is neither equitable nor has any legal foundation. She explained one of the central points of support and dispute in the case is Josh continues to claim the marital home as his separate property. She said she contributed $800,000 to the down payment of this home since Josh claimed not to have the necessary funds at the time to purchase the This woman, this man conned you into paying 800,000 for a house that's not in your name. How did you put down 800? Yo, oh my God, Jodie. She said she contributed 800K to the down payment of the home since Josh claimed not to have the necessary funds at the time to purchase the land. Her lawyer said Josh's failure, is it Pacey or Percy? It don't matter. Failure to provide financial assistance has placed Jodie in an inequitable position as she tries to maintain stability for Juno and herself while managing her work schedule and necessary travel to support their minor child. His litigation tactics since the onset of this case have created nothing but chaos. Jodie has been forced to defend against unnecessary filings and delays in discovery by Josh, reducing any income she has received post separation from work opportunities to pay for professionals to stay afloat in this chaos. Y'all, listen. Thoughts and prayers to Jodie Turner. You found a Dusty. Once a Dusty, always a Dusty. I'm glad she's woken up, but the nerve, he put you out the house that you paid for and then promised that he would support you, and he has given you nothing in over a year and a half. But he took Lapita away on a fun-filled vacation where they were rub-a-dub-dubbing. Girl, all right. Listen, what y'all think in the comments? Baby, all this proves is Dusty's no race, creed, color, or religion. And I hope she gets that money that she needs. You better get on the Jenny Mai workout plan. You better get on the Jordan Craig workout plan when it comes to getting that child support back. Let's not forget that Jordan Craig actually won the child support from Tristan. And if that ain't King Dusty, I don't know who is. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.